Gentlemen, if you've been getting up 2 or 3 times a night to use the bathroom, or you stand there afterward wondering, is that really it? Am I actually done? You already know exactly what I'm talking about. Here's the thing most men aren't told. You don't need to just live with it, and you don't need to jump straight to a prescription or a procedure to start feeling better. Some of the most useful tools for supporting a healthy prostate are things you can pick up at the grocery store this week. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 foods that research has linked to better prostate and urinary health. I'll go in order, and by the time we get to number 1, you'll understand exactly why it's the one I personally eat almost every day. Quick disclaimer before we start. This video is for general education, not medical advice. If you're having urinary symptoms, please talk to a doctor or urologist. Some of these symptoms can also be signs of things that need direct treatment, and food is a support, not a replacement for that. If that sounds useful, hit like, drop a comment with where you're watching from, and subscribe. I put out a new practical health video every week. Let's get into it. Before the list, let's do a 90-second refresher on the prostate itself, because it makes everything after this click into place. The prostate is a small gland. Only men have one. Sitting just below the bladder, wrapped around the urethra, the tube urine passes through. Most people describe it as about the size of a walnut. Its job is producing part of the fluid in semen. For a lot of men, as the years go by, that walnut-sized gland gradually gets bigger. This is called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. Benign is the important word, it's not cancer. But an enlarged prostate can press on the urethra the way a hand might gently squeeze a hose, and that's what causes the familiar symptoms. A frequent, urgent need to urinate. A weaker stream. The feeling you haven't fully emptied your bladder. Getting up multiple times at night. That's called nocturia. None of this means something is broken beyond repair. It means blood flow, inflammation, and hormone signaling in that area matter. And diet is one lever you actually control. That's what today's list is built around. Foods with research behind them for supporting circulation, lowering inflammation, and easing urinary symptoms. I'm Emily. I've spent the last few years researching men's nutrition. Let's count down the 5. Starting at number 5. Pistachios. Pistachios are rich in antioxidants, including lutein and zeaxanthin, along with the amino acid arginine and plant compounds called sterols. Here's the mechanism. Your body converts arginine into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps blood vessels relax and widen. Better circulation in the pelvic region means more oxygen and nutrients reaching prostate tissue. The antioxidants help calm oxidative stress, one of the drivers linked to prostate enlargement, and the plant sterols may help support already healthy cholesterol levels. Cite real source, e.g., a specific peer-reviewed study on pistachios and vascular/erectile or urinary function found that daily pistachio consumption over several weeks was associated with measurable improvements in blood flow and function scores. I'll link it in the description so you can read it yourself. There's a bonus here too. The fiber and healthy fats in pistachios help with satiety and weight management, and carrying extra weight is one of the factors that can put more pressure on the bladder and worsen BPH symptoms. So pistachios work on a few fronts at once: circulation, inflammation, and weight. Quick question for you. Are pistachios already part of your regular snacking? Let me know in the comments. Number 4. Almonds. A single 1-ounce serving, a small handful, gives you around 48% of your daily vitamin E, plus fiber, healthy fats, and magnesium. Vitamin E and other antioxidants, concentrated especially in the almond skin, help neutralize free radicals, the unstable molecules linked to cellular stress and inflammation in prostate tissue. Magnesium and healthy fats also support hormone balance and circulation more broadly. There's a less obvious angle too. Almonds act as a prebiotic food. Their fiber and polyphenol feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut. A healthier gut microbiome is associated with better systemic inflammation control and more efficient waste processing, which indirectly eases the load on your urinary system. Easy ways to add them: raw as a snack, sliced on oatmeal or yogurt, or a spoonful of almond butter. Simple swap, real upside. Number 3. Pecans. About 90% of the fat in pecans is unsaturated. They're also one of the best sources of gamma-tocopherol, a specific potent form of vitamin E, plus the plant sterol beta-sitosterol, along with zinc and magnesium. Gamma-tocopherol is particularly effective at neutralizing certain free radicals linked to prostate tissue stress. Beta-sitosterol is worth calling out on its own. It's one of the more studied plant compounds for urinary symptom support, and it's actually an ingredient in several over-the-counter prostate supplements. Zinc plays a role in prostate tissue health and immune function, and it's a mineral a lot of men don't get enough of. A small handful a few times a week is enough to work these into your routine, added to salads, oatmeal, or just on their own. Number 2. Walnuts. And yes, the irony of a walnut-shaped organ-loving walnuts isn't lost on me. Walnuts are one of the few nuts with a meaningful amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, alongside polyphenol and, again, arginine. Omega-3s are one of the better-studied anti-inflammatory compounds in the diet generally, and chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the mechanisms researchers associate with BPH progression. The polyphenol in the walnut skin add another layer of antioxidant support, and the arginine content contributes to the same nitric oxide, blood flow benefit we talked about with pistachios. A small daily handful, about 7 halves, is a reasonable target most nutrition guidance points to for general omega-3 intake from walnuts. And that brings us to number 1, the nut I personally eat almost every day. The Brazil nut. The reason Brazil nuts top this list comes down to one mineral: selenium. Brazil nuts are, by a wide margin, the richest natural food source of it. A single nut can provide a meaningful share of your entire daily requirement. Selenium is a component of several antioxidant enzymes in the body and has been studied specifically in relation to prostate tissue health, more than almost any other single mineral on this list. It's also involved in thyroid function and immune regulation, which matter for overall hormone balance. Here's the one caution, and it's an important one. Selenium is easy to overconsume because Brazil nuts are so concentrated. Most guidance suggests 1 to 3 nuts a day is plenty. This is not a handful like the others' food. More is not better here. Too much selenium over time can cause its own problems. So this is a small dose high-impact addition, not a snack you eat by the bowlful. So to recap, pistachios for circulation, almonds for antioxidants and gut support, pecans for beta-sitosterol and zinc, walnuts for omega-3s, and Brazil nuts, in small amounts, for selenium. None of these replace a conversation with your doctor, especially if you're already dealing with noticeable symptoms. But as a daily habit stacked on top of good medical care, they're a genuinely useful, low-effort tool. If this was helpful, hit like, subscribe for next week's video, and tell me in the comments, which of these 5 are you adding to your routine first? I'll see you in the next one.